Okay, go. Tell me when. Thumbs up. Good. Okay. So yesterday you were trying to use the data from the NSNB, National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, to figure out on the airplane who would possibly murdered another passenger before the crash. So the evidence seemed to suggest, before the crash even happened, that there was a murder. So, and when you have a murder, what are the two people involved?
The victim and the suspect.
The victim, I didn't know that was kind of a broad question. The victim and the criminal, the perpetrator, that's right. So what we're gonna do right now is you're gonna let, I need for every group to finish what we were starting yesterday. You're gonna write your passenger number and the chemical formula on the board. But we're gonna add a little twist to it today. I'm gonna give you a sheet of paper that's gonna have the identity, the common name of the chemical. Once everybody, you have a little bit, I'm gonna walk around and check your work, and you're gonna have a little time to, while people are writing the chemical formula on the board, you're gonna have time to discuss who you think the perpetrator is and who you think the victim is. And where should you actually start, you think, when I give you the passenger, what's the name of that passenger list? Who should you start evaluating first? The passenger that you had. And then once everybody gets all the passenger data up, and then that'll be like all the companies and the businesses will share their data, and we'll try to come up, we're gonna debate who did what, and see, this is what you need to keep in mind. Whenever we get to that point, you're gonna need to be talking about the evidence, because it's not gonna be enough for you to say that passenger 4, killed passenger 6, and that's just what I think. You're gonna have to go based on the results. So here are your priorities. You wanna write your chemical formula on the board, and then when you get back to your seat, you wanna take the sheet that I'm gonna pass out, and you wanna take a look at the name of your passenger, well, plural passengers, and take a look at their, whenever the plane crashed, the investigators tried to find out the profession each passenger had, and maybe their mental condition when they got on the flight. All right, so what are you gonna do first? One of your group members is gonna do what?
Go up to the board and write it.
That's right.
One month.
That's right. And then what are you gonna do while others are writing theirs on the board?
Go through the list and
Yep.
get the passenger that.
That's right. Any of you have individual questions, we'll have a little time here when I'm walking around, but I'm gonna put the pen up here, and y'all can start coming up here as soon as you like. All right, here we go. Anybody? Okay, we'll write in the same location. Well, you have to name, you converted grams to moles. You convert grams to moles. What you have to do next is pick the lowest. Oh, I see. Okay, so then you gotta write your formula. Make something for me.
She said she gonna bring out my tax. I told her what class on third period. She came over with $10 pages. 10 pages. I'm like, 10 pages of the same thing. What did I tell you? Why did you ask me how many did I need?
This one's good.
No, depending on how many you get. I think you get like 3 or 4. You don't want to pay for it, especially if it's like a school thing.
Or Wesley, I think, actually, Wesley, did
And
you
there was a bunch of
have
people in there
fraction
putting out
yesterday?
papers and all that.
So, that group over there?
Hey, Sean, you gotta come to
You
sit.
can't send me He can't stand home anywhere.
Who did that? Oh, who did that? So it's 2 points, I think? Nothing, I just write mine.
What do we got? You don't want to I think it was the vanilla. It was the vanilla guy who killed him. Anybody who says otherwise can fight me. It had to be him. He got the guy who.
Jay Andre, did I give y'all a sheet? Did I give y'all a sheet, Bridget?
You know the vanilla? Don't you got vanilla on?
Parker up there, here.
Oh, yeah.
Nitro glycerin. Ooh, it might be nitro glycerin. You know what that is, right? No.
Yes, it is. They have natural. That's for. No, I'm not even right. Natural glycerin comes in little bottles, brown bottles like this, and it's for.
Nitroglycerin is flammable. Why am I not?
They have.
How did I send you that picture if I wasn't related to you? Explosive. It's a colorless, oily,
It's for
explosive.
heart medication. I told you.
Why are they giving people explosive materials for their heart? That don't make sense.
Comes in a little bottle. Steve. I'm not stupid, John.
So wait a minute, they got people taking
You're
it.
stupid.
No. These people like that. Okay, these
No,
people.
because my dad needs a natural glycerin whenever you feel like it's like prevention of stroke, like right there.
What if people that smoke the cigarette?
Their
That wouldn't make any sense.
name and start writing down.
I'm pretty sure there's different strengths of natural glycerin.
I'm gonna get these pills and feed them to people. And they be like, hey, you need to smoke? And then nitroglycerin is like dense color oily explosive liquid.
Right?
The word on the board.
So what is this right here?
That's what it probably was.
We were just talking about natural glycerin.
Mathematically.
I mean, technically we were.
Divided, all roll down, divided.
I don't know. I think it was before we
What
came.
is vanillin?
Okay. Now, you need to make sure,
The vanilla.
you need to do these again, because these are some kind of funny numbers. Oh,
Nitroglycerin. Cody.
huh?
On the plan.
Well, I'm doing it. Let's see.
gotta have an improper question.
It's okay. You gotta find your passenger. You gotta write their name down. You gotta write down the chemical. Write down the chemical that your passenger had on them. Oh, you're asking for the formula. Here. You gotta write your formula. C 18. Oh, I'm so sorry. You had 2 passengers or 1? What passenger did you have? Okay, so coding. Did you find coding on here? Okay. So, and then you look over here and you see which one of these may have had a reason to have coding, which is a painkiller. All right, everybody pause for a minute. Everybody pause for a minute. All right, thank you. Now, everybody should be represented on the board shortly. If you are a group who didn't get up there until somebody else who had your same passenger got up there, and you would be writing the same thing, If you don't have anything different than they do, if you don't have anything different than they do, you don't have to write yours up there unless you just want to. Okay? Now, you've been given a little more information about the, I can't think of the name of the passenger list, but anyways, a special name. Now, you didn't get one? Now, everybody was given a list from the other investigators. Everybody was given a list from the other investigators of the chemicals that were actually found. If you would, just look up here, please, and pretend to listen. I know some of you are writing in 5 minutes. You'll be asking me the same question. You've been given a list of the chemicals that were found on board or in the debris. Okay? You've been given a list of the passengers' names and their mental condition or their profession. What are you going to need to do with your passenger since they don't tell you that Bill Jackson's 3 or 7, it just says Bill Jackson. What are you going to need to try to do? You have like passenger 1, passenger 3, but these are the passengers, they're not numbered. What are you going to need to do with your evidence? When you say match, what do you mean by match? Matthew, what are you saying?
You're trying to see which, what job or what person would be taking these or would have these on.
Exactly. Did y'all hear that, Kedra?
No, he wasn't loud enough.
Huh?
He wasn't loud enough.
You want what?
He wasn't loud enough.
And you say, turn around and say it more loudly.
You're
I can't
saying-
say it that good. Say it for them.
You're seeing what profession, like what job or the person that has that job would fit the drug or like the thing.
He said another phrase too. Which one of the passengers, I'm just going to repeat what you said, would have had it on them, had a reason to have it on them, and that was real important. So what you need to do is get with your group now and try to figure out what passenger you have, based on what Wesley just said.
Dr. Jordan,
You put that down when you finish.
Dr. Jordan, can I still write mine on the board?
Yeah.
I thought we did.
Yeah.
Somebody already right on the scene.
Had the heart condition and had the So I had the football professional athlete.
Well, you could use process of elimination. Why would you say a baker?
I mean, baking cakes.
Right, that's right. I mean, I agree. I'm not. There is no right or wrong answer. But I think the way that you're thinking is correct. So I wanted to appeal to you and say, no, I think it's Bob Henderson. What would you tell me that your Jim LeClaire is actually maybe a more logical person?
It would be him because I got him. If you ask me, you're not gonna be trying to do all that stuff.
Right, and then what did you say, that you think your answer is better because not your answer, but your passenger that you think would have had that on them is what profession? That's right. You got a strong piece of evidence there. I just wanted to try to pull it out of you like in a more confident way. Can you share that thinking with your neighbors? When you ask them what they think. I like that pencil.
This right here?
Yeah, I love it.
I got some people on that.
All right, so y'all have 2 passengers, right? I'm gonna come back by in a minute and see what you think the other one is.
It's Bob.
Jalen, what do you think your passenger, what did your passenger? I mean, what chemical would your passenger?
What would you have? Oh, never mind.
Okay, so clothing, painkiller, what aspirin? Okay, that's artificial.
That's what I think it's, Lisa Johnson.
Okay, we'll pass it here.
You said 5?
No, that might be codeine for prescription painkillers.
But this leader of a terrorist organization, like,
Both of them.
that is so blunt.
Oh wait, hold on. That might be Trini Trotulin.
What?
Trini Trotulin. Explosive TNT dynamite. Remember that
Anyway. Fat monkey.
That's what gets me. I know you're not about to color someone.
He's really on to do our passengers. Based on what they might like.
More Scotch than
Dr. Jordan.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. What was the second letter number? Or what?
The second.
Yeah.
It was 8.
Okay, so it's close to 4.48. Could be, no, 10.48 could be considered 10 but we only keep one decimal place.
So 5.
Yes, and what do you do when you have a .5? What?
Because I know with 0 you can change it, and with 9 you can change it.
That's right. And what was the strategy you did when you had a, mathematically you cannot round a .5. So we said there's a strategy you do to make every value a whole number. But it was easier when it's .5. Bridget, we're gonna call on another business. Bridget, are
We
your
found
group,
out passengers, Dr. Jordan.
okay, your group, when you have a .0 or a .9, you can round. What if you have a .5? Huh?
Huh?
Here, so sorry. Times everything by 2. You'll have 10.5 times 2. What you do to one, you have to do the other mathematically. 10.5 times 2. That times 2, yes. Hang on, there's some, Matthew. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, I think we should.
The only one that fits like that
Get your evidence, you know.
But he had one purely depressed. Painkiller for that, but that'd be
Aspirin wouldn't be used for depression.
that'd be cocaine for not
Aspirin be used by an athlete who might have an injury.
spinning for drug violation. That'd be like cocaine.
Yeah, that wouldn't be aspirin.
The only thing that I do
Sorry, what chemical are you trying to figure out? Oh, wow.
anybody can.
Well, you got 2 different passengers, so you got to figure out what 2 best candidates would have been carrying.
Well,
And I,
on mine, I have chocolate flavoring and flavoring, and one's vanilla, and one's
You're at Theo, right?
yeah. I put bacon.
hang on, it's about time. I'm sorry, hang on. It's about time for us to come together because a lot of you are wanting to share
We
out.
found our passage. I found our other passage.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people are to the point, a lot of groups are to the point where we're gonna share out. So, I think the best thing for us to do now is kind of get together as a whole, because everybody's trying to share out the same thing. You good with your calculations and all that stuff?
But I have a question.
Make sure you write your formula, so you have a 0.3. Y'all know how to deal with a 0.3? Chemistry was 3.3. Okay, so now you have. How did you get a 10? What did your partners get? Yeah, I need for y'all, somebody to come over here and compare your work to hers. Because she needs to make sure. Well, don't you want to come and explain everything instead of just giving her your paper? She's got 75. I don't see 75. Who are you working with? Okay, let me see yours. Yeah. No, I meant on her. Okay.
Oh, and I ruined it.
I know you was gonna roll.
Now, I need for you to position yourself where you can work with her, because you're gonna need, she needs to get your information and you need to help her finish. Okay? And I think you could do that if you move, however you need to do it before we have our large discussion. I'm pausing here because you have a 0.89 and a 0.3, so she's not gonna be able to get around the 0.3. She's gonna have to, you multiply by 3. Yes, you can. If you multiply by 3, like she said. You had a different one that she did. Okay, can you look at hers? I'm trying to hurry. I'm not really doing her justice. Can you look at hers and just double check? You might already be in a good place. All right, everybody. All right, everybody, listen, please. Now, I want each group. Surely there's somebody in your group who can be the spokesperson. I want each group to stop talking and listen, so we can get on with this discussion, because we want every single group to have their say. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around to each company. We're going to ask you who your passengers were, and then we're going to ask you to provide evidence to support the identity of your passenger by name and the common name of the chemical they were that was found on them. And y'all can go first. This group's going to go first, so give them your attention. Tell them the passenger number and then tell them who you think it is. Wait a second. We don't talk over people. No, you can just do your group. Wait, listen. I want everybody to give you attention. Byron. All right, I know these girls up here, they're trying to wrap it up. Everybody else, please give your attention to the back group, because I want them to tell you what they think, and I want you to be able to either support their claim with evidence, or I want you to be able to, that's a good position, Alexis, I want you to be able to there's a new phrase in science, and you're really good at it, but it means something different than what y'all do. Argument. Whenever the group proposes who they think their passenger is, you can either agree or disagree. But if you disagree, you have to do it in a cordial manner, and you have to use your evidence. Okay, so this will be a work in progress. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Go ahead.
Okay. We had passenger 2 and 7, and we think passenger 2 is Jim Leclerc because he's a baker, and
Speak up. I know I have a
because
loud
we had Theo Bromine and
Porco vanilla.
Let's start with your passenger. Passenger who?
2
2. Okay.
and 7.
and
Oh, let's do one at a time. Passenger 2, who did you think that is?
Jim Leclerc.
Okay, go ahead.
And he was a baker, and the chemicals he had on him was theobromine, and he had vanilla on him. So we think he's a baker because it's chocolate and vanilla.
Okay, so he had theobromine on him, which you probably never heard of before in that way, but everybody's heard of chocolate. So just as she said, I'm trying to speak up so everybody up here can hear. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. You said you think, well, you already said he had theobromine, and he was a baker, and so you believe that passenger 2 is Jim Leclerc. Okay. All right. What was your other passenger?
7.
Passenger number?
7.
Okay. Who do you think that is? Those of you who have similar passengers, you may want to look, see what you got, see if it agrees.
One of
with
them
this.
had poison, and the other one had prescription drugs. So,
So what was the chemical for 7?
Q rare.
That's
Q rare, that's kind of a funny name, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what's the common situation with that?
that was poison.
Q rare is what?
What is it?
Okay. Now you got a passenger that they found, the investigators found poison on. And who do you think that is?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. You don't have to have all the answers now. You want me to put a question mark?
Could it
Yeah.
be like an environmental engineer? Would that be like a poison thing? What's an environmental
It's a
engineer?
person that studies the environment. It could be
Like to kill the ants or something?
could be. Like the person might use
Or
sprays mosquitoes or
He
whatever.
could be a suspect leader of a terrorist organization.
Okay, do you want me to put a name and then a question mark? It means you suspect,
Yeah,
but,
put Norm Anderson.
okay,
Question mark.
Norm Anderson. And then you want me to put question mark? Because when you do an investigation that's sort of real world, it's unlike a worksheet with the right or wrong answer. You gotta work through this, right? All right, now, that was you, Keidra? All of you? Okay. Did I get everything up there like you wanted me to, like Norm Anderson's question mark maybe? Now, let's hear from every group and then go back and debate. I don't want to get started with a debate and then some groups don't have a voice. Go ahead, Dejanay. Tell us your passenger number and the chemical.
We had 3 and 6.
Okay? Three and 6. All right, tell us the chemical. Let's just do one at a time. 3.
Connie Majors, I think he was a pharmacist.
What
What was the chemical number 3 had on it?
Codeine.
Okay, number 3 had codeine. Codeine is what?
Painkillers.
A painkiller. It has to be prescribed.
Yeah.
Tell me the name of the suspect.
Connie Majors.
Connie? Do you affirm with that, or do you want me to put a question mark because you're suspect but you're not positive?
I'm not positive.
We positive.
I'll put a half a question mark.
Yeah, because we're not really positive. He's positive.
He, she ain't.
Okay.
All right. Number 6.
Yeah, we had how you say that word? Aspartame.
Yes.
Yeah, so we had aspartame, artificial sweetener. Yeah, and we said Archie Star. We thought the passenger was Archie
No,
Star.
we know it's our star.
All right, I won't put a question mark with that kind of confidence. Why did you think that the passenger 6? What makes you so confident?
Because it said addicted to sugar-free drinks and artificial sweetener, so that's what made me think of that.
That's right. Very good thinking. Now, do y'all have anything else you want to add so far?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that's very good thinking. There, as y'all can see, it's this group has demonstrated that in science, when you're doing an authentic investigation, Megan, you can have evidence that's strong, and you can have not so strong evidence. And so you have to play your cards accordingly. And this group's decided they're strong on Archie Star, but not so strong on Connie, so they're gonna wait and get some more evidence from the others of you. Good job. Megan, you going next?
So for
I got
passenger
lucky thinking of it.
1, we
4
got
and 1?
no 1 and 8. Yeah, 1 and 8. Sorry.
1 and 8, okay?
So for passenger 1, we got
Megan, I hate to interrupt, but I hear some people talking, I don't want them to disrespect the presenter. Jalen, y'all have to let that next group go, because they might say something that you can inch a little more forward in your investigation. All right, everybody pay attention, please. Give everybody respect. And not only that, they may say something that might make you change your mind. Megan, go ahead. Megan said they had 1 and 8. What chemical did 1 have on it?
cocaine.
Cocaine.
Yeah. And then we're suspecting the Bill Jackson guy because he's a suspected drug dealer, or either the Bob Henderson dude.
And that's for passenger 1?
Yes. 'cause
So do
he
you
just-
want me to put Bill or Bob?
Yeah, because he just got suspended for drug violations. And then
Hang on. You were giving me the reason for that, and I wanted to hear it. Why did you suspect each of these men?
because Bill was the suspected drug dealer and Bob just got suspended for violation of drugs off of his
Okay.
team.
Y'all think that's strong evidence?
I think that's strong.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Megan. I wanted to hear what your evidence
Very
was.
good. So for passenger 2, for passenger 8, we're not really sure. It could be either aspirin or the acid.
It's both of them.
Oh, it's both of them? Oh. Well, it's both acetamian.
8.
It's like
That's not
Tylenol.
8, that's 2. That's the other 2.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna tell you.
We can't have 2 twos.
It was 2. It was 2. It was Theobrine and Vanilla.
For what?
For 2.
Oh no, I got passenger 8.
Yeah, she wrote 8.
Hang on. Science is not perfect. You have to kind of edit. And we have a situation where Daeshra, Shira, what passenger number did y'all have, Keidra? You had 2. And then you said thiabromine, didn't you?
and vanilla.
Hang on, I don't want our data to be misrepresented. Now, all right, now we're to 8, and I didn't see any 8s up here. So you had what chemical again? I'm sorry.
We had aspirin and acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen.
Yeah, it's like.
Now let's just do. Okay, so passenger 8. Passenger 8, and there were other passengers, you remember, who had more than one spot of evidence on them? Yeah?
Yeah.
Like they might have had something on their leg, they might have had something on their arm too. So I think we haven't had that happen yet, have we? So now we're to passenger 8, they have 2 pieces of evidence. You're telling me one is aspirin and the other one is what?
Tylenol.
Oh, okay. Okay, now we're back to who you suspect that might be. Yep.
Maybe the Amadeo Older, because he has a heart condition. Or,
Amadeo.
yeah, him. There you go. And I don't really think it'd be anybody else.
But you are hesitant and you want me to put a question mark or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we got both your passengers. Bill or Bob for 1. Grace, you concur? Okay. Let's go back over to Caitlin. Passenger numbers.
Okay, I have passenger 4 and I have passenger 5.
Good luck. Yes. Good.
Okay, passenger 4, I got nitroglycerin,
Yep, nitroglycerin.
and it's an explosive heart medicine. So I would use,
You said nitroglycerin is heart medicine.
it's explosive heart medicine.
It is.
But it's Amadeo.
Amadeo.
During,
You suspect Amadeo. Is that a question mark or pretty strong?
no, I'm pretty strong on that
Why are you strong on that?
because he has a heart condition.
Correct. My granddaddy was on nitroglycerin. Yeah, so that rings a bell. So, William, you think that's strong evidence that the group wants to assign Amadeo to passenger 4?
Mm-hmm.
He had a heart condition and that's heart medicine. Pretty strong. Okay. Who else did y'all have? 5?
Yeah, so 5, I only got one part of it. I don't have the second part. But I got 1, which was, how do I say this? It was rat poison. I don't know how to say that. How do I say that?
Hang on, let me find it.
Strychnine? Strychnine?
Strictly.
Yeah, I was looking on the wrong one. It is strychnine. Yes, very good.
And I don't know the excuse for that because I don't see nothing about rat poison. And I don't have the second part, so.
Okay, I know some folks kind of got bogged down in the calculations, but if you had finished, you could have done a little bit of research on that. Because I think we're probably all heard of rat poisoning, but maybe not strychnine. Okay, did you get to assign any person to that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so this is another good application of real science. You know, so there are some scientists who have some challenges in their research. And there are scientists all over the world who were doing similar research. So Caitlin, what do you think as a scientist you would do if you kind of got stuck? Well, probably not this anymore. Look, probably not that anymore. What would you possibly do?
I guess research.
Huh?
I guess research.
And then if you still kept hitting dead ends, you could probably,
Is the strychnine like a powder?
I think so.
Maybe the baker could use
Is
it.
that research?
Your companies, there are research scientists all over the world doing similar research. All of them get bogged down.
I guess test it.
And you can do what?
You a flower?
I can hear you.
Test it. I'm
No
not
sugar.
test it.
You could, let's say you tested it and you still hit a brick wall. Does anybody know what I'm after?
Are
Wait,
you
what are you saying?
calculations?
Analyzing data.
She's providing a really good example of real world science. All right, we've already used this discussion. We've already used this discussion to talk about strong evidence, weak evidence. Now, she brings up a really good opportunity for another real world situation. She's run into a brick wall several times, and what might she do? Contact another scientist. So let's contact another scientist.
Okay, well, do other scientists would like to help me with this?
And is there a scientist in the room who did number 5? I'm kidding. Okay,
I just don't know how to do this part.
Wesley, you mind turning around, or Grace?
So sweet.
Huh? All right, so guess what? We got with number 5.
Well, that 7 was the same, but I don't know if it's supposed to be.
Y'all please listen. I need for everybody's attention to be either focused up to the board or either to whoever's talking. We're getting ready to move to another group, but we have a really good learning opportunity. Dakota suggested she could call another scientist. Make sure y'all listen, Jay Andre, because you have good insight. I don't want to miss it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Caitlin said she had kind of run into a roadblock. Not a dead end, but a roadblock. And so Dakota fills in and says, maybe you should contact another scientist. So then I asked, is there another scientist in the room who had passenger 5? And yes, we had another scientist, but guess what? Another roadblock. So they don't quit. What do you think the scientists do when several have a roadblock?
Find a more experienced.
Come together.
Find even more scientists to come together. So we're going to let them come together. And if you would, take your chair back there. And since you have the same chemical, I want you to be in on their discussion. Grace, pause what you're doing because she has the same chemical. She's going to need to have the same powwow. Could y'all start? Could you start from the beginning so that you're all on the same page? All right. Okay. Now, everybody, please sit up straight. Some of you are writing, some of you are doodling. It's not really what we want to do. You know, you got your group, other people have their information they want to share. All right, so Dakota and Crystal and y'all, William, y'all go ahead and tell everybody what passenger you have.
We have passenger 1 and 4.
Okay? Who did you suspect one is?
Bill, the number 1.
And what was your, hang on a minute. There are too many of you not looking. Too many of you just seem to be quitting. Science, you have to have persistence. Part of the fun is to think and use the evidence. Now, I would rather you folks who have your back turned to turn around and give them your attention. This group is presenting. I need more than just one group. I need everybody. Bridget, you about finished? Oh, okay. Listen for a minute though. Now, we're at a good point. All of this is good discussion potential. You can't have a discussion unless everybody's listening. We got a new group talking. They had passenger 1. I asked them who they think, and I'm kind of curious because we had a Bill or Bob, and now I want to know, we finally got another group to give input. I said, what do you think? And they said, Bill. So if you don't mind, I'm going to try to underline Bill. And I'm asking them, why do they think it's Bill?
Because they were testing the outside of the body, not the inside, so it couldn't have been a problem. Because Bob, if he would have got suspended for the drug violation, they would have considered drug test. They're testing the outside, and if he's a drug dealer, he'd be carrying it on him.
Well, that's really good thinking.
But somebody could have told on him before the drug violation.
Okay. Speak up a little louder, because I want to hear you, then you, then you, and Wes. All right? We're not necessarily debating at this point. We're trying to hear, I'm trying to hear why this group thought it was Bill. Okay, so go ahead. I know I need to move over here because I know my hearing. Go ahead.
Bill would have been testing it on him, and they were testing the outside of the body, like the limbs of the body. So if he was carrying it on him, it would have been on his body and not in him. And Bob would have been suspended for drug violation, so he would have been drug tested and found positive for it.
Okay, so he's already been caught doing drugs.
Yeah,
So now he's on an airplane.
he already had drugs in the system. They're testing the outside of the body.
Okay, hang on. This is what, go ahead. This is what's fun. Megan, what were you saying about Bill or Bob?
Hold on. Bob, if he got suspended for drug violations, that doesn't necessarily mean he got drug tested. He could have just like been told on by one of the other athletes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So what you're trying to say is that Bob's still a possibility in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, Kedra, I want to hear your thinking.
I didn't put that.
What?
I didn't put that.
Okay, so now see when you participate like that, that's such a real example of what science is, because you have debate, and Dakota just articulated his ideas and his beliefs based on this what he said, and then Megan pipes in and she has her strong beliefs, and so we haven't eliminated, according to Megan, we're not eliminating Bob, but Dakota's still thinking Bill, so we still have this to figure out. Wesley, go ahead.
I understand, like, for the suspected drug dealer, like Bill, that's cocaine is really the only thing he can really. I mean, he can hold like codeine or something, but it's the only drug that the drug dealer has. Besides like marijuana or something, that's the only. And like Bob, the professional athlete, he can have it too. I mean, you just don't know. But if it says cocaine, and that's normally what a drug dealer has.
That's
So
just
you
it's a narcotic.
The professional athlete, like he can have it too, but it's kind of more leaning towards Bill because there's nothing else really hard drug that a drug dealer would be carrying around.
All right, William.
Would it be in a plane crash? Couldn't any chemical get on anybody that's been thrown around?
You think? Yeah. I think that's really good insight. Crystalline, you gonna sit up, turn around, and tell me which one you support?
Hey, I'm supposed to be in front of the plane crash happened. Somebody buried it.
Yeah, but William's point is very well taken by me. If you've ever seen images of a plane crash,
Everything gets thrown around.
it's just like, very good insight. Very good insight. Kedra, make sure y'all are sitting up straight so I can make sure y'all can get input. If you didn't hear, we had a really good insight there. William suggests that a plane crash is going to be like, okay. Now, a group who hasn't gone yet. Jay Andre, have y'all gone? Wait, did y'all go over both chemicals? No, go with the second passenger.
We had passenger 4, and we believe it was Amadeo. I don't know his name.
Amadeo.
Yeah, Amadeo. Because nitroglycerin is an explosive heart medication, and he has a heart condition that would be used to treat it.
Right, that's very strong or weak?
Strong enough.
Strong. I'm going to ask you one more time on this because 50 points right here.
Who you talking to?
You and anybody else who's talking.
Wasn't even talking.
Okay. Now, I almost went ahead and y'all said you had this, it's very strong. We'd said that before. I need for everybody to pay attention. If I don't see your face looking in the right direction, you are not going to get your points. So anybody who's near you, you may want to elbow them, because I will deduct 25 points for every infraction, because companies don't just get a free paycheck. They have to earn their paycheck. All right, Jay Andre, go ahead. Who did you have?
2 and 6.
2 and 6. So we're starting to repeat now, so that's good. What did y'all say about 2?
We thought it was Jim LeClaire. Because we found ortho vanilla on him. And theobromine, which is chocolate.
Thiabromine,
Yeah, thiabromine.
okay?
It's chocolate and vanilla. And for 6, we had Archie Star. Because it said that he was a, what?
It was a sugar-free.
Yeah, he was addicted to sugar-free drinks, and aspartame to me is.
Wait, have you gone to your second passenger? Okay, I wanted to summarize the first. Passenger 2, you found vanilla
And chocolate.
and chocolate. And you proposed the passenger 2's name is what?
Sugar clear.
Jim LeClaire. Is that strong evidence?
Yes, strong. Because it's a baker.
Right, I'm just trying to like give y'all your chance to speak like everybody else has and provide your evidence. Saying that he's a baker, that's strong evidence. Okay, go ahead, back to your second one, passenger.
6 Archie Star, because it was we found aspartame, and he was a addict to sugar-free drinks, and that's a chemical that's used in like sugar-free drinks like Coke Zero and stuff like that.
That's right.
Substitute sugar.
Pull your pants up, please. Now, that your company, I won't say got lucky, but if y'all watch any crime shows at all, you know the investigators sometimes come across really strong evidence, right? And then sometimes they gotta keep digging and digging and digging and digging and digging, evidence. That company right there got number 2, passenger 2, passenger 6. So y'all had both passengers with what kind of evidence? Weak or strong?
Strong.
Yeah, very. All right. I don't think we've had any disputes about passenger 2 or 6. All right, Bridget, what passenger you have? Huh? I'll come back. Who? 4 and 6.
For 4 is glycerin, and I think it's because he has a heart condition, but it could also possibly be more into this explosive, and he's a part of the terrorist organization, which is taking money.
All right. So what do you want me to put? You want me to put, Amadeo? Okay. Who's your partner, Aaliyah? Aaliyah, did y'all have a second chemical? Okay, Aaliyah, who was the second passenger? What passenger number? We had passenger 6 and 4 up here at this group. What was the chemical? And are you said it's Archie Star? You strongly confident about that or not? What did you already say? I want everybody to hear. Makes you confident. Right. All right, so he's addicted to sugar-free drinks, and aspartame is the chemical usually placed in there. Very good. All right. Hang on one second. Hang on one second. Okay, Shakira, who did y'all have? 3 and 5. Who did you think 3 is? You do? Okay. What made you think that's Connie Major? Y'all hang on, we're almost to the who? All right, so number 3, we have another group who suggests 3 is Connie Major because codeine, am I right? It has to be prescribed. It's a narcotic, it has to be prescribed. And she's the pharmacist? Okay, did you mention another one or not? That you're Connie's 3, no other suspect? Not suspect, but, okay. So they're confident about that. Number 5. That's what you're waiting on? Okay, we're gonna kinda do 5 together, okay? Go ahead and vote 5.
Okay, so the first one, I got that rat poisoning. So for the second one,
Wait. Who are we talking about? Passenger 5?
yeah,
Rat poison? Okay, go ahead. What was the chemical formula?
it was, for both of them, the first one was C1221, H22, N2,
Wait, you're going too fast. C12?
no, C21,
H?
22, N2, and O2.
O2?
Yes.
Okay. And that's rat poison, strychnine, and the big question,
We got another one.
the same
There's 2 parts
passenger?
of it.
Oh, 2 contamination spots, okay?
The next chemical reaction was C7,
Okay, hang on. C7,
H5, N3, and O6.
O2,
6.
6. All right, everybody, we finally came to another passenger who had 2 contamination spots. That was rat poison, and what was this?
This was the explosive dynamite.
TNT?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's kind of perplexing because rat poisoning and explosive. Drum roll, who do you expect possibly for this to be?
I think it's Norm Anderson.
Yes.
Okay? Why do you think that?
Because he is suspected a leader of a terrorist organization.
Okay? Aaron, what do you think? Who do you suspect the person is? Based on what evidence? What she said? Sometimes when I tweet, that's what I say, what you said. All right, we got one last group. Wesley, go ahead.
We got passenger 2 and passenger 8, and passenger 2 had vanilla,
Vanilla, you can call it vanilla.
which is flavoring, and theobromine, which is chocolate flavoring, and that's Jim Leclerc.
Wait a second, apparently the bell rang or something, we're having to change class. It's just like all kind of commotion all of a sudden. Y'all, this is the last group. I mean, you need to give everybody the same respect. Wesley's saying y'all have passenger 2. They found vanilla and what else?
Chocolate
Chocolate.
flavoring. And we think he's a baker. We know he's a baker.
No,
Oh, we know. That's gotta be a baker.
the language of an investigator will be what? Strongly suspect.
Yes.
Okay, Matthew, what was your other passenger? 8. What did you find on him?
Aspirin and acetylcholine cocaine.
Aspirin and aspartame, Tylenol.
Yeah.
Who do you suspect that is? Oh, yeah, we got some differences here now.
But we don't know for sure. It's either that or Amadea Arder.
unfortunately, sometimes with your generation, everything is so fast that y'all don't have the patience. Y'all don't have the patience sometimes to listen and think through all the evidence. That's what this is all about. And if you don't really listen and think through all the evidence, you have a weak argument. All right? Now, this is a fun part. We got a group who says Connie Major's number 8. And there were several other groups that said, oh, Connie Major's passenger 3. But now, Matthew says he and Wesley's company thinks Connie Major is 8. Did anybody else have 8? She had aspirin and Tylenol on her.
Well, also, even though the professional athlete, he was just suspended for drug violations, but he could have Tylenol on him too, for like pain after the game.
No.
Because they always have.
Hang on, remember, when you debate, you gotta let everybody have their turn.
Codeine is a stronger painkiller.
All right, I think you just said who could have had painkiller because he's an athlete.
I think it's either kind of major or a middle or.
We said
Well, you're about 8? I thought y'all 8. Okay, so they're telling me now, I think y'all are you backsliding on your Connie?
what's the chemical
I think I'm
formula?
leaning more towards a meadow now because like,
Oh.
because even if you got a heart condition, it's painful. You can have heart pains and everything.
All right.
Dr. Jordan, can you put his chemical formula on the board?
Yes, please. That's what I need to do. Tell me the chemical formula, please, for 8.
C8.
C8?
Yeah. H9. N. O2.
Either kind of major or a middle.
Acetaminophen, Tylenol. You can buy that over the counter. It's usually for pain. And oh, I needed to. You said maybe Amadeo, Connie, and what was the other one?
No?
Didn't you say there you suspect 3 possible?
No, we
Did you?
could work.
I don't know. I'm sure you watch those crime shows. Whenever they have evidence, they lay it out all on the well, the ones I watch, they have a wall and they put all their evidence on the wall, and they don't have any answers. Kind of like our wall here. We have a lot of evidence. Now, anybody have any random thoughts about any of the passengers?
So what did y'all come up with number 8?
It's either 2, kind of major or a middle or Daryl.
Amadeo.
It gotta be kind of major, so what would 3 people? Could they be the same?
Why would Carney have codeine? What is that?
He's a pharmacist.
I'm gonna let y'all
And that's a
think out loud
prescription
for a
drug.
minute.
He could be delivering it or something.
I'm trying to provoke some random thinking about who you think killed who.
Number 8 is hard. Anybody can have Tylenol.
I think number 5.
True.
Yeah, because Tylenol is a non-prescription drug.
Someone has
He's the only one that had 10.
multiple chemical. Yes.
Well, for example, you know how they, but listen.
Alexis, you wanna get my goods out of it? No? I don't know if I have a book.
They can transport it.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all discuss in and among your groups. Who do you think killed who?
Dr. Jordan, you think right here? You think that?
Rat poison kills
You think they codeine was like that? And Tylenol be for the condom.
That could be 500.
But you get Tylenol from that.
Anybody can have it. Doesn't take you can't the Tylenol needs to go from that part first. Because you don't just have that part, it's like your chest and everything. But it's leaning more towards the, I don't know, he can have one
It
thing.
could be. Hang on, we're gonna get ready to decide who it was.
You can go for pharmacist, but if she makes it, because they make this stuff.
Hey, nobody said who they thought the killer was.
Hey, what if Bill?
But it's also prescription.
Because what if Bill gets shot on the drug deal? He has to take it out.
The killer was the dynamite on his foot.
Unless he wasn't allowed to take cocaine, which I don't know, wasn't allowed to take.
But then, no, because he got the cocaine.
All right. Now, I'm gonna give you a clue. The passenger one, the location for the chemical, location for the chemical, passenger one, was in the blood.
It's in the blood?
But
In the what?
you know when they were taking evidence, the location.
Oh, that'd be Bob.
Cocaine.
Hang on. You gotta digest all the evidence.
Yeah.
The location was blood. Now, this is affiliated with the passenger number. Passenger one's evidence, contamination, chemical, was found in the blood. Number two, the face. And stomach. Passenger two, you had vanilla and chocolate. The evidence was found in the face and the stomach. Okay, passenger three, codeine. Isn't that what y'all said three is? This was found in the pocket of passenger three. Blood and pocket. Passenger four, nitroglycerin, heart condition medicine. It was found in the blood and in the pocket of passenger four.
So codeine was in a.
Hang on, I just want you to digest this while I'm going over it. Y'all, hang on. It's like I just said, it's not an immediate thing. You gotta just digest what we're talking about here. Please listen. Passenger number 5. We haven't said if these are accurate or not. Passenger number 5 had TNT, explosive in the pocket, and rat poisoning in his blood, whoever 5 is. Okay, number 6. You had, I think, was it, those, like the, you go to a restaurant and you need artificial sweetener in the packets, right? Okay, so passenger 6 in the pocket was where they found the aspartame. So it was like a packet of artificial sweetener. Number 7, it was found in the pockets and the pockets. Passenger 7. What did the passenger 7 have? Just one chemical?
Poison.
The rat poison?
Oh, you listen. Those of you who are still with me. Passenger 7. Rat poison was found in both pockets.
Whoa, what?
Big bucks
Yeah.
killer.
So 7 had 2 of them?
He said he big bucks. You get red for it.
Poison in both pockets.
Yeah, he didn't tell us what.
Okay, we're almost there. Passenger 8. This was the one with the hoopla. Passenger 8. The evidence was was found in both pockets also. Pocket aspirin, pocket Tylenol. Now what you need to stew over for just a minute are who, based on the location now of the evidence and what the evidence is, who can we eliminate? Who we don't suspect would have been involved in any kind of murder.
Jim Lee Clear.
Archie.
He ain't got nothing to do with all that.
You know my people got nothing to do with
Hang
that.
on. I like the confidence. Deja, Howard, go ahead and say it a little louder. She said, come on now, what?
Take Jim Lee Clear out. He don't got nothing to do with it.
Take Connie out too.
Whoops.
Can you wait a minute?
Yeah, let's do one at a time. We think the baker, right? He's just getting chocolate on his face, and he's already eating vanilla, and it's in his stomach. Okay. Who else do you think?
Connie.
We don't really know yet if we think who Connie is.
Archie Star.
So with the strong evidence,
Oh, I see.
I think we can eliminate Archie Star.
Amadeo.
y'all listen, we're at a critical point where we're using the evidence to eliminate.
Archie Star.
Now, would you rather eliminate based on strong evidence or question marks?
Strong evidence.
Right, so stick with the strongest evidence first.
What
to
about
eliminate.
Amadeo?
We got him here, we got him here.
Archie Star.
All right, Jay Andre says Archie Star's right here. He had artificial
Sugar-free.
sweetener in the pocket.
Yeah.
He thinks he's gonna need to sweeten up some of that airplane stuff. So, he had that in his pocket. I don't think he's a murderer. Okay? Is it okay if I erase him? Then that'll kind of be, figuratively speaking and visually speaking, we're eliminating more and more people.
I mean, you can raise it. You already did. What?
I kind of like this because I watch the ID channel. That's all I watch. And so it's like I'm getting to be involved in a real investigation.
I thought you watched things all
No. Do we have,
I was trying to.
we got, all right. Read. We have a murder. So maybe who,
Well, Norm has TNT in his pocket. Who's going to just be carrying around TNT in his pocket on the plane?
A murder.
I got it.
That,
No, a terrorist.
what?
I don't think. How do you say his name? Jim?
Amadeo?
Amadeo. I don't think he did anything. He has a
TNT?
heart condition.
Dynamite?
He takes heart medicine.
Y'all, this is the good stuff. We got just a limited amount of time to solve our case. We have an idea that Amadeo is probably not involved. He has a heart condition.
Yeah, technically.
He's already.
But probably why he is. You trying to take everybody out?
Hang on. Gotta stick to the facts.
He don't want to go home.
Listen, you gotta stick to the evidence.
You see on there.
Oh yeah, we can't put opinion in this.
You gotta stick to the evidence.
Alright.
I'm going with you for right now that Amadeo's got a heart condition. He's probably just trying to get where he's going, right? Okay, go ahead, Bridget.
And eliminate Lisa because she has restriction for her.
Lisa, we never even placed Lisa on the ballot.
For real, what you talking about?
Maybe she.
We didn't ever even get Lisa placed.
Lisa
All right,
chicken
so
yard.
we need to put Lisa up here, but we don't even know what passenger she was.
What did Lisa do again?
She's an environmental engineer, so she's a pro.
She was severely.
So then what? Codeine?
All right, just only
I
because
think it's the explosive or either the rap.
only because we're running out of time.
I think Norm.
Who would the CIA or somebody
Norm.
probably want murder?
Norm or either be.
Okay, why Norm?
Full time with the government trying to get out.
TNT in their pocket.
So they put the bomb on
and
it.
he's a plane with
Right.
Placed
Okay,
it in his pocket.
stick with me now because we're running out of time. I will tell you that passenger 5 is indeed Norm Johnson. And and he's a terrorist. Seems like he would want to kill him before he blew the plane up.
Yeah.
Now, who killed him?
Bill?
No one's the one that got murdered.
Bill probably killed him.
Who killed Norm?
Who had what?
Bill.
He did. Did he kill himself?
He didn't kill himself.
The farm,
Bill.
the other part
It was,
It was
Connie.
Lisa killed Norm.
I told y'all this.
Passenger one was Bob. Passenger one was Bob.
I know if I told
Passenger two was Jim. Passenger three was not Connie.
Who was passenger three?
Bill.
I knew. Oh, Lord.
See, I said that.
Passenger four was Amadeo.
Yes, I did.
So we right.
Passenger five was Norm. Six was Archie, we knew that. Seven was Lisa.
Oh, see.
He's a little sneaky.
What is that?
8, Connie Majors, Wesley. Y'all were leaning towards, you and Matthew were leaning towards Connie Major.
So Lisa must have committed suicide. Lisa must have been planning on committing suicide with the rat poison.
Crazy.
Because that's what she had.
Is that what she did? But she was, no, she killed Norm. She killed Norm before he blew the plane.
She was the first.
I should do that.
That's why she killed him. She was the first. I was like, well, I'm the first. I ain't
Lisa. All right, that's good.